Hello and welcome to taik18. In this video, we are going to discuss about SCDs types in Azure Data Factory and Synapse Pipelines. So this is even though not directly linked with these two things, but still it's an useful concept in data warehousing, which we need to understand. So basically SCDs means slowly changing dimensions. Before going into detail, if you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Now let's get started. So totally there are 6 types of slowly changing dimension. So slowly changing dimensions in the sense is basically dimensions is usually we refer to as a master table, right? The customer master, employee master, vendor master. So these dimensions may or may not change very frequently. So only a few of the values will change if it is changing the values. So based on that, we have different types of slowly changing dimensions. So they used to call as type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, and type 6. So what is type 0? Type 0 is basically the fixed value. It means values will never change. Here for an example, in customer master, where you can see this customer ID, first name, last name, email address, company name, and data inserted on, modified on. So here, if there is a change in the email address, we can change that. But whereas the company name of the customer will not change. So this kind of data activity we refer to as type 0. Now, when it comes to type 1, it overrides the changes, but there will be no history stored on that. So if there is a new record, if the customer is change the name of the company, then we'll insert a new record with that replacement of the existing one, right? So if, for example, if you see here, the previous name is a bike store, and then we change it to bikes and bikes, for example, and also the modified date, it was this one, and we have changed to this one. So there will be no history being recorded. It just override the existing packages, override the existing data. So that's referred to as type 1. And now type 2. Type 2 will history will be added as a new row, which is basically we can also say as row versioning. So here for an example, this sales representative ID number 2, if the region is South Central on this start date and there is no end date. When he changed to a different region, like for example here to the Southeast, a new row has been added here, and also the end date is updated here, and also the status whether it is current or true or false. So like this, the value is added into a new row, and we can also see the versioning history of that particular transaction. So which is type 2. Now the type 3, the history will be added as a new column, previous value in the next column. So there will be basically 2 columns, like here current email and original email. Initially both of them will be the same because this is a new data entered, but later on if there is a change, then we'll add that original to a new one. So if you see this one, we added this one, and the current we have changed it to a different email ID here, and also we updated here the data modified date. So this is basically a type 3. Now the type 4. The type 4 history will be added as a new dimension itself, which tracks all the changes in the new dimension. So basically, this is similar to this earlier which we've seen here. The original table is basically this one, South West and South Central. And when there is a change in the value, so we'll change the value in a new table itself. So if you see this one, this original table and the history table is being maintained in a separately, so that we can keep track of all the values here. And the last thing is type 6, which is a combination of type 1, 2, and 3. Basically what it does means is it replaces the existing value, it adds into a new row, and also it updates into a new column. So the 3 things covers here, type 1, type 2, and type 3, which is called the type 6. So these are the important things which you need to understand while we are developing your data warehouse concept in your projects. So that's why I want to cover this video before we go and start any kind of projects in our data factory and Synapse pipeline. If you like this video, just click on the big thumbs up button. If you are new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. But make sure to turn on the notification on your devices. Share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any queries and feedback, just post it on the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. See you in the next video.